I've come to Louisville, Kentucky to help a Man vs. Food Nation warrior take down Comfy Cow Sundae Challenge. 15 scoops of ice cream, smothered in whipped cream and piled high with toppings. You call it Comfy Cow? Be the comatose cow. And the thoroughbred I'm betting on to win this race for MVF Nation, local Joe Nicola. Joe's a maintenance worker at a Louisville shoe warehouse with a chance for eternal food glory.
I'm going to finish this. It's ice cream. I can finish this. What I do.
You scream?
Ice cream.
We all scream for ice cream. I'm Adam Richmond. For years, I was one man on a quest to discover the country's greatest chowdown joints. Oh man, that was awesome. And take on its legendary food challenges.
Mountain of Cheese Mile, the 5-pound nacho challenge.
This is the stuff of legends. Now, it's your turn. Are you ready for a challenge? 3, 2, 1. Bring on the challenge! Together, we'll find the most delicious local eats and face down the mightiest meals.
Dunk it, mix it, mash it. Just don't stop.
100 oysters! This is Man vs. Food Nation. My quest for amazing eats has brought me to Louisville, Kentucky, home to the Kentucky Derby. Established in 1875, this historic thoroughbred race is pure Louisville tradition. Cheers! And we'll be making some Kentucky history of our own. A proud member of MVF Nation takes on the gargantuan Comfy Cow Challenge. But first, I'm going to sample one of Louisville's greatest food legends and check out a joint that's as stimulating to the eye as it is to the taste buds. Louisville, Kentucky is a town that embraces tradition. And that tradition is shown in everything from the best bats in baseball to the Brown Hotel and their signature sandwich, the Hot Brown. Since 1926, Louisville's claim to culinary fame has been the Hot Brown, an open-faced hot turkey sandwich served on Texas toast and topped with bacon and a savory Mornay sauce. And while you can get it all across town, locals say that no one does it better than the place that invented it, the Brown Hotel. What is your favorite element of the dish?
Mine has to be the turkey. It's really tender, it's nice and juicy, and it just works so well in the whole dish.
Now, have you had hot browns anywhere else in Louisville?
Yeah, and nothing compares. If you're going to have a hot brown, you have to come to the Brown Hotel.
I'm at the Brown Hotel.
Yes.
I'm in luck. Big up. If only my luck at the track were that good. The legend began in 1926 when Chef Frederick Schmidt created the hot brown for weary ballroom dancers. This was meant as sort of late night drunk eats.
It was absorbing all the bourbon, so they can go to bed a little bit easy that way.
Well, how do we make the official original hot brown sandwich here at the Brown Hotel?
Well, we start with Texas toast.
Chef Laurent cuts one slice into a square and another into 2 triangles.
We don't want the dry part. We want kind of the soft inside, soak up the morning. When you eat that bread, it's nice and tasty.
All right, now do we break the turkey up by hand or do we chop it up?
No, we break it by hand. We want to keep it as most natural possible.
I love that. We add 2 wedges of beefsteak tomatoes and load the dish into the oven. While it cooks, we make the marvelous Mornay sauce. This is sauce de Mornay. It is the sauce that rocks the cradle, and it's the only one you'll ever need. So it starts like a bechamel sauce. So you have butter, you have flour, and then usually milk.
Correct. The little difference that we do here at the Brown Hotel is we eliminate the milk in the classic bechamel, and we do it strictly with cream.
Strictly with cream. Now, what kind of cheese are you going to use to actually...
We're using Pecorino Romano.
Pecorino Romano, it's an Italian cheese, and it has an oddly sharp bite, so it's going to work with those big flavors of the bacon and that roasted turkey. Oh my gosh, my oh, Mornay. We take the turkey out of the oven and ladle on a delicious blanket of Mornay. Nice and slow. Oh. What do we add to this dish next?
We got some nice bacon.
Oh, you get to add bacon too. We cross 2 slices of bacon, sprinkle on more cheese, and slide it into a broiler known as a salamander. Because we're using an earthenware crock, it's going to stay melty and juicy, and oh my God, put it in the damn salamander. Melty bliss is achieved, and the hot brown is complete. Oh my gosh, okay. Crispy bacon, roasted juicy turkey, melted cheese, the acidic burst of the tomato that cuts through it. It's superb. And the fact that the bread is both toasted and gets spongy, it soaks up all the flavor. Without question, one of my favorite comfort foods in the world, right here in Louisville, Kentucky. Très bien, c'est parfait. Can't beat an authentic hot brown at the legendary Brown Hotel. But we save room for dessert because there's still the Comfy Cow Challenge to tackle. 15 scoops of ice cream plus toppings that has to be taken down in under an hour. 38-year-old Joe Nicolai is an industrial maintenance worker and Navy vet. I hear that when you're training in the Navy, you have like this much time to eat.
That's where I learned how to eat fast. We had 16 guys that had to rotate through lunch in like a half-an-hour period.
You're called Burrito Joe. Why?
Because I ate a 3.5-pound burrito in 4.5 minutes. Really.
How have you been training?
I ate 3-course ice cream last weekend. My kids are like, Dad's eating all the ice cream again.
Today, this hardworking family man meets his destiny.
We are the Lilies of the 137th running of the Kentucky Derby and proud members of Man vs. Food Nation!
Today, my excellent eating adventure has brought me to my one-time home of Louisville, Kentucky. Kentucky's known for many things: bourbon, bluegrass, and of course the Kentucky Derby. But no trip to Louisville would be complete without visiting Lynn's Paradise Cafe. In 1991, woodworker Lynn Winter opened a restaurant with a decor that's an ever-evolving work of art, full of teabag sculptures, interior landscaping, and custom-designed seating. And Lynn's offers truly inspired fare, including the fried green tomato BLT, the wild mushroom scramble, and the Popeye omelet.
It's got spinach, it's got tomato, bacon, and a cream cheese spinach filling for my daily serving of vegetables. As good as always.
Well, blow me down. That's a good omelet. But I'm here for Lynn's magnum opus, the quadruple beef French toast. Homemade buttermilk black walnut bread, topped with Lynn's signature blackberry sauce and bourbon meringue. You are an attorney, you are an educated, very savvy woman. What is it that brings you to Lynn's?
It is an extraordinary place. So what made me go for this is the very broad combination of ingredients. Verdict for Lynn's.
Justice is done. Oh, this saved for breakfast and French toast the world over. I head to the kitchen to meet the master artist herself and learn how this fabulous French toast is made. Why does this place look like foodie, fun, family fantasia?
It's a gigantic art project that never ends. I always wanted one unique, crazy restaurant that just gets wilder and wilder and wilder.
What's amazing is this French toast starts with the bread itself. You make the bread right here.
Yeah, we do.
This fresh-baked beauty contains the first two B's, buttermilk and black walnuts. We begin by dipping slices of this homemade heaven into Lynn's special egg wash. Tonight, you sleep with the toast. Show me how you grill bread at Lynn's.
Follow me.
Lynn takes me outside for a rare event. Today, she's going to thrill her guests by delivering her bread to the grill on a catapult. We are both going to combine the way to make great French toast and storm a 19th century castle. We check the wind, and the assault begins.
Go! Oh!
Having captured the stainless steel fortress, we grill our bounty. The second you put it on the griddle and you get this amazing color and you get that custardy, wonderful smell. Shall we go to the kitchen? Oh.
Okay, let's go. So we have the two B's in here. We've got the buttermilk and we've got the black walnuts.
Exactly.
Now we're adding the third B.
Okay.
The blackberries.
We blend up the blackberries and then strain the puree to remove the seeds. Now this is not the only topping that's going to go on the French toast.
Oh, no. We have one more element.
Which is?
A bourbon meringue. That's the 4 B's.
4 B's.
I mean, could we do anything here without bourbon?
There is whiskey that can be found everywhere from Tennessee to Brooklyn, but it's only bourbon if it comes from the great state of Kentucky. We add the bourbon to our mixing meringue, pour on the blackberry glaze. Ooh,
okay.
Gorgeous. That's awesome. Blowtorch the meringue. Oh, this is so cool. And Lynn's quadruple beef French toast is complete. The bread has so much flavor, and it's kind of heightened a little bit by the blackberries. And then you have the actual black walnuts and the brulee topping. There are so many flavors. They go great together. It's just terrific.
Well, thank you.
L is for Louisville, and L is for Lynn's. Lynn's French toast was amazing, but there's another sweet, supersized treat headed our way as a Man vs. Food Nation warrior is about to do battle with the Company Cow Challenger. Burrito Joe Nicolai has stepped up to face this frozen fiend, and I've got some hot tips for his race against the clock. Got a good tip in the first. The first 23 minutes, go fast. Eat quickly, do as much as you can. Cool? Cool. Got another tip for you in a second. If the ice cream creaminess is too much, cut the sweetness with a little salt. Got it? I have a tip for you in the third, sugar. It's not just raining at the Derby. You're going to need water to take down all that dairy. You cool?
Cool.
We're cool.
We're on the inside track to victory.
I'm at the Comfy Cow in Louisville, Kentucky, where Joe Nicolai will be doing battle with the Comfy Cow Challenge.
An industrial maintenance worker and father of two, Joe has a chance for food immortality if he can take down 15 scoops of ice cream piled high with toppings and a pound of whipped cream.
I'm the right person to take the challenge because I can eat a lot of food fast.
If he finishes the whole thing in under an hour, it's a t-shirt to spot in the Wall of Fame. Man versus Food Nation. Today we tip the Comfy Cow.
Since 2009, the Comfy Cow has provided Louisville with a wide array of fresh, handcrafted premium ice cream and a variety of sweet, scrumptious sundaes.
What flavor you got there?
Red velvet.
I think the fact that such a thing exists proves that God loves us and wants us to be happy.
But the main attraction of this flavorful funhouse is the perilous cold mountain known as the Comfy Cow Challenge.
At your hungriest, how many scoops of ice cream do you think you can eat?
I like 15.
You could do 15?
I love ice cream.
Can I just see 15 scoops of ice cream? Thank you. Here's 15. I was just curious if you'd like to reevaluate your previous statement.
Okay, maybe 8.
All right, fair enough.
I head behind the counter with owner Tim Coons McGee to see how this mega-sized sundae is made.
In terms of this challenge, do you say change up the flavor or do you say go one flavor all the way through?
I always say change up the flavor. I think it would keep your taste buds interested.
But our challenger, Joe Nicolai, has decided to go one way, vanilla. I'm worrying about Joe with the 15 scoops of vanilla, but he says that as it melts with the fruit toppings, it's actually going to become almost like a shake.
We'll see.
He could be breaking new ground, or he could be headed right for it. All right, 15 scoops of vanilla, I guess. So we have 42 ounces of ice cream here, and this is not even half of what this challenge will be. 8 more scoops.
Yeah, I'd say that tops it off.
Oh, yeah, it's a deep burn. Oh, yes. I'm going to do this for a while, and then I'm going to wail on my lats.
To the 5.5 pounds of ice cream, Joe has to add another pound of fruit toppings and another 1/4 pound of nuts.
And yet, there's always room for
Whipped cream.
how much whipped cream goes onto that sundae?
16 ounces.
A pound of whipped cream.
It's a lot of whipped cream.
Add cherries on top, and this abominable sundae is complete.
It's going to be a cold, cold battle on Man versus Food Nation.
The Warriors are set. Burrito Joe Nicolai versus the Comfy Cow Challenge in a 1-hour race for food glory. But he's already a hero to his family.
What have you seen him eat? Oh, really?
Everything. He eats so quickly that if we don't eat our food quickly, he starts picking off of our plates. So.
In preparing Joe for this challenge, I found that he's a man of few words. But today, through his actions, he has a chance to be heard for decades to come.
Man versus Food Nation, members of Louisville, Kentucky. Do we believe in Joe Nicolai? We start in 3, 2.
Joe attacks the cherries, dumps in 2 of the toppings, and furiously begins his strategy of mixing it all together.
You have the nuts on the side. At any time, the sweetness and the creaminess gets to be too overwhelming. Just take a pinch of these. The flavor is going to be so different from the ice cream, it'll actually break it up. That's a nice big bite. Just give it up for her. Right now, out of the gates, Burrito Joe has stretched to a comfortable lead. Oh, he's rising up in the saddle, it seems, and he's going to start working in all of the toppings as he rounds the corner into the next bend.
2 minutes in, and Joe has already taken down a pound of the ice cream, but he still has 6.5 pounds to go. Louisville, Kentucky is home to both Muhammad Ali and Secretariat. Today, a new hero may join their ranks, Joe Nicolai. A man of few words, Joe is letting his appetite do the talking as he battles the 7.5 pound Comfy Cow Ice Cream Challenge.
How does it taste so far?
Pretty good.
Now remember, stay on a strong pace, don't go too hard ahead. 5 minutes in, and Joe has already taken down 2 pounds of the sundae. How do you think he's doing it?
I think he's going to do it. He's doing good. He's going to do it.
With 5 pounds remaining, Joe furiously stirs the ice cream.
Try to mix it all up. It's too cold. I need to melt it.
When I spoke to Joe beforehand, one of the things he was pretty adamant about is trying to make as much of it melt as possible. Very, very valid suggestion. But one way or another, volume is volume is volume. Joe keeps with his strategy, and after just 10 minutes, has eaten half of the 7.5 pounds. A dangerous speed for a challenge with dairy. You're doing amazing, but I'm just concerned about one thing. You have still 2 things of toppings. I want to make sure, do you want to have enough ice cream to mix it with? Or probably the smartest thing is going straight toppings. I believe in you. You're amazing. Joe fiercely attacks the ice cream.
My steering arm is tired.
Downing over 5 pounds in only 15 minutes, this hardworking maintenance man is on the verge of becoming a food legend. But with only 1 pound to go, the comfy cow stands its ground.
Looks like he's doing really good, but he's kind of starting to slow down a little bit right now.
Eating 7 pounds of ice cream in under 20 minutes may have been too fast. I should know. I failed to pace myself against 7.5 pounds of milkshake in St. Louis, resulting in a very unfavorable outcome. Joe tries to power through, but with only a few spoonfuls left, we can do this. The comfy cow proves to be just too much. His Herculean feat of devouring 7 pounds of ice cream in under 20 minutes will go down in MBF Nation history. You've done Louisville proud, yourself proud, just by really attempting the challenge. Because win or lose, you made us all happy, and to you, Joe Nicolai, for your effort. Go ahead.
Joe, how did you feel after you lost your challenge?
I was really disappointed. Should have been able to eat all that. I was, 3/4 done?
Adam, what do you think you should have done differently?
I would have slowed down the pace a little bit. You were unbelievable. I did not in a million years think anyone could take down that much ice cream that quickly. And it was arguably one of the most impressive feats I've ever seen in a Man versus Food Nation challenge. Just superb. An awesome job. I'm going to do this for a while, then I'm going to wail on my